Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of Fairycember. Today's video I will be drawing a light fairy. This is a fairy that I imagine goes out and like distributes lights everywhere during Christmas time to just make everybody feel like in the festive mood. And outside of Christmas she would just put out lights everywhere to make everyone feel like warm and magical, like that kind of nice feeling. When it came to her design, I just kind of had fun since this was a drawing I did all the way back in December. It was a Christmas theme, so sorry about that. You'll have to forgive that for the next few videos because the last few videos I kind of forgot about, and I forgot to edit them even though they were sitting on my computer for a while. So they are more on the Christmas theme, but future fairies past number 11 will not be Christmas themed. So just, you know, hold out for that. But until then, hopefully you don't mind. And for the rest of the video, I just want to be talking about a topic and also telling you where I've been. But first, back to the drawing. With her design, I just wanted to make her kind of cute and Christmassy. I wanted to give her like a bell skirt that looks kind of like a Christmas tree and lots of little colorful lights. Since the skirt was going to be green, I wanted to give her blonde hair because I really like the combination of like a green shirt or dress with blonde hair. I think it looks really pretty, the yellow and the green together. And I wanted to give her a slightly dynamic pose, like something a little bit different, kind of like the way I did the snowflake fairy, something a little bit more interesting. And yeah, I use Copic markers, and all the other materials that I use in this drawing is listed in the description below. So if you're curious, definitely check it out there. So where have I been? And why is this video so late? Well, honestly, I got hit with some pretty bad art block that turned into depression for the last couple months, and it's been kind of rough. So it all started when I was trying to finish the fairies, and I was having a lot of trouble because I wasn't able to finish them on time. It got to past Christmas, and I was still working on them, still struggling a little bit to come up with ideas for future ones. And I started having problems with my paper and my pens. And that's just kind of like, it pushed me over a little bit. When it came to fairy number 11, which is the one that I only just finished recently, she was the biggest struggle because I had to keep redoing her over and over again because I had trouble with the paper. And then when I finally gave up trying new papers that all did not work out, I went back to the original paper and decided to print the line art from my computer onto the original paper and color it, which would eliminate the issue with the pen that I was having on the paper. I think I talked about this in another video, but still. Even then, I had problems with my printer, and even after I had finally finished coloring her, I had problems with my iPhone, getting the clips off my iPhone. So it was like one thing after another that just kind of added to the guilt of not finishing on time and sometimes not wanting to do things, and also the anxiety of like, what are people going to say when I post a Christmassy drawing and it's like way into spring already? And it just all led into like a spiral of depression, and I'm wondering if my paper is fine, if I should buy new paper. Well, I don't know. It was so much stuff. It was so much stuff that a lot of stuff got pushed away, and I completely forgot because I was so focused on finishing fairy number 11 that I had 3 other fairies finished and the clips were on my computer, and I didn't notice until I finished uploading the clips finally from my iPhone onto my computer of fairy number 11, and I noticed that I never made videos of like 8, 9, and 10. So I will be posting those up as soon as possible. And since they are a bit more Christmassy, I thought I would take the time to talk about, you know, updates and maybe topics for these videos. So they'll be a little bit more interesting, and hopefully you guys won't mind. So the topic that I want to talk about in this video is daily drawing challenges, and those are the challenges like Inktober, Mermay, Huevember. I know those are the 3 most popular ones here on YouTube, and there's so many others out there, but it's pretty much where you either use a type of medium, or you draw from a drawing prompt, or you draw a certain type of thing every day for a whole month. So like Mermay is mermaids every day in the month of May. Inktober is you use ink every day in the month of October, that kind of thing. So these drawing challenges can be really good. They're really exciting in the art community on Instagram, especially, and on YouTube. People get really psyched right before the drawing challenge comes up. They start like talking about drawing prompts they're following, and like they start sketching out and talking about what they want to draw. It can be really exciting. It's really fun, but I think there's a lot of downsides to it too. And it could be that it affects some people more than others, but I'm going to make an announcement today that I've held back for a while, but I've kind of decided on for a while, which is that I will no longer be participating in these drawing challenges anymore. And it's just because, honestly, it's gotten to a point where my relationship with these type of drawing challenges have become a toxic, bad relationship, abusive relationship even, I could say, just because my personality and what I want to accomplish with these challenges, every time it comes around, I just always get these big ideas of what I want to accomplish, and then I don't accomplish it, and it drags, and then I start feeling guilty, and I start feeling anxiety, and then I just end up going into an art block and then a depression. And it's been going on for way too long. way too long. Honestly, I think it's bad. It started being bad in 2016 when I did an Inktober, and I got in my head that since my 2015 Inktober was so great, and I really felt like I learned a lot, and I really improved with my artwork by just trying to do these bigger drawings every day, that I would do it again, but I would do it on YouTube and post a video every day. And that was my downfall. And the problem is I didn't learn my lesson. I never even finished that Inktober. And then I just kept going with another challenge and then another challenge. And I made my own challenge. And then every so often, every couple months, it seems like I was just signing on for another challenge, and I hadn't even finished the previous one. And it just kind of piles on, and it becomes very bad mentally for me. So going forward, I definitely do not want to take on these challenges anymore, especially not with the mindset that I will make a video and post it to YouTube every day. It's actually a good time to think this way though, because YouTube has changed the way they reward videos with I think now they are focusing more on engagement, and based on how well your last video did, your next video will get that kind of attention from the algorithm. But last time it used to be, the more you post, the more people will get suggested to your page. So yeah, definitely no more of these challenges on YouTube. The only time I had successfully done an Inktober and a Mermay was when I did it off camera, and I just sketched in my sketchbook for myself, and that was actually really great because I got used to sketching every day again. And I found by the end of the month, I think at least for the Mermay, I didn't even do the whole month. I just did it whenever I felt like, and that was really good. That was really nice. That's the way you're supposed to do it. But by the end of it, I felt like I could sketch more freely, and I could sketch without fear, because once you get used to sketching a lot, you're not afraid of messing up, because you can just sketch something else. And I found that I was able to sketch faster, and I wasn't afraid of colors anymore either, because I was just experimenting with colors the whole time. So if I do participate in any of these challenges again, it'll be in that way. So it won't be video format. And I hope you guys don't mind. I know it's going to be a bit disappointing for some people. I'm really sorry that I couldn't share it. It's just that it's gotten to be too bad for me. It's too much for me, and I just have to step back. So I hope you don't mind. And I will still be making art, and I'll still be making art videos. It's just that I'm not going to follow anybody else's, drawing prompts, and I'm not going to follow anybody else's lead anymore. I want to just, draw what I want and make nicer, more elaborate drawings in the future again. And I feel like this whole year, 2019, my secret goal in my heart has been that I want to just kind of clean up a bit in my art space, try to maybe clear some unfinished drawings that have been giving me anxiety, or maybe even just tell myself it's okay to scrap them and start over. And I just kind of want to get back into a good space mentally when it comes to art and my channel, and hopefully that everything will fall in line and no more depression episodes will be happening for me. I can get a little bit of clarity, I guess. That's what I'm looking for. But just to be clear, I'm not saying that these challenges are bad for everybody. I think they're really good. It's just, please do not bite off too much like I did. You know, don't put too much into it. I feel like because it's so overhyped, people like me will get too into it and it'll become too much of a problem. Like it can be extremely damaging if you just put too much into it. But because it's so hyped by the community, it's kind of easy to do, you know, it's easy to overpromise, it's easy to overcommit. Because everyone's so excited about it, but it's also really exciting because everyone is excited about it and people, you know, support each other more, and it's easier to get discovered because people are looking for other artists and what they're doing with this prompt or that prompt, and it's easier to find more artists that are really cool and that you want to follow. So it's a little bit of a rabbit hole sometimes if you take it the wrong way, but don't discourage yourself from trying them if you haven't yet. They're really fun. Just don't overdo it like I did. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think that you ever over promise, or that's not the word. do you ever overdo it like I've done, or do you feel like there's any other negatives to these challenges, or do you just really love it and you want to share some of the positives? There are so many positives to these challenges, don't get me wrong, I really love them. It's just that, you know, I need to pull back for sure. And if you want to let me know what you want to see from me in the future, I would love to hear that. Leave them in the comments below. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who like sat through this video and listened to me talk. And also a huge thank you to my berries on Patreon for sticking with me even through these rough times when I haven't been posting much because I've been going through a lot. I really appreciate you. Your support really, it seriously means so much to me. And don't forget to check out Patreon soon because there will be a new line art. I finished the drawing the other day and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So you can draw or color that soon, and I really hope that you'll enjoy it. And if you want to color along with my berries on Patreon, then definitely check out my Patreon. The link is in the video description below. Wow, did that come out right? I don't know, I'm getting kind of tongue-tied at the end of this video, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye.